Hello. So, what the lesson has been describing so far has been examples of creating maps that show qualitative or quantitative data and then sticking those into apps to have them comment on one another and then have sticking that app into another app to tell a larger story. Um, this is excellent. We don't necessarily this week have time to show you guys how to make these individual maps in any good detail. We'll save that for the next lesson. So, but we still want you to be able to do something useful right now. And so we're going to talk about a particular type of storytelling map called a map tour. And this doesn't require you to create um, a map in that you're not uploading data and color coding it and such. You're just going to be putting pins onto an existing map and using those to tell a story. So let's go ahead and make one ourselves. Here I am at storymaps.arcgis.com. I'm signed in. So this page, the apps page, will show you all the different types of storytelling apps that they have. These ones are good for sequential place-based narratives. That's actually what we're going to be using. But very briefly, if you want to present a whole bunch of maps all at once, then these guys are the way to go. Or rather, several maps in sequence that sometimes you need to show multiple maps, but they can't necessarily coexist in the same space because it just wouldn't work out. And also, good old swipe map, you've seen those before. So what we're going to use is this story tour map. And I don't know what this is all about, so I always just hit advanced options and start a new tour. What we're going to do is we're going to lay down a few points that correspond with Everett student projects. So over here I have, we're on the projects page for the Everett program. Let's do YEI, that was a great one. I'm going to take this image, copy image address. I'm going to add a point. So it's going to ask me, what's the picture? What's the thumbnail? I don't have a specially made thumbnail. If you were really trying, then you can make one. Here's just some text. And location. Where is the location of this? I can click and drag it over here. 1156 High Street, Santa Cruz. So it does a bit to get that there for you. By the way, what I just did, I held shift and then I clicked and dragged. You can make a marquee and then it will actually zoom in to what you selected. So we didn't have it at the base of campus, of course. We did it here at the office. And that's about right. Right? Yeah, that's about where we are. Add the tour point. And there we go. We have one thing, or we have one point on our map. Is not necessarily how people are actually going to see it. We're going to add a couple of more points and then we will take a look at what it looks like. So what's another project? Somewhere further away. Let's say, there we go, Moshi Institute of Technology, MIT. It's not the best picture, but whatever. Add another one, same drill as before. Or was it Tanzania? I don't know exactly where it was, or it was probably in Moshi. Let's see, does it know Moshi? It does, cool. All right. And let's do one more. Let's do something in East or Southeast Asia. This was in Kuala Lumpur. At tour point. Okay, let's do one more, just so that you know you're also allowed to do videos. You just need to put in the link. This is a link to Lupe's story. This was made for us or we made this from the Working for Dignity project with Professor McKay last year, 2015. And information, Lupe story. This will also be Santa Cruz. We'll say Twin Lakes. Okay, this is looking good. One last thing, just going to change the settings. Play around with these. I highly recommend it, but we're going to change the extent. That is, this is what the camera is going to have in frame when a user comes to it. So I'm just going to draw a new extent to start with a smaller part of North America. We'll save it. Title can't be empty. Oh yeah. And another important thing you have to do is share it. Share it publicly. Otherwise, it'll be locked only to you. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this and make a private window. And let's see what a user would actually see here. So, oh cool. They can make this bigger if they want to. Check out the photo. There's the title. Here's the description that we wrote in. Now we can pan around here if we wanted to. We could zoom in if you felt like it, because we do have a second one. You can click on that and it will actually take you to the item. You know what happens when you play a video. Let's go to Beth's project in Moshi. There, it zoomed you all the way over there. So it just flashes over. What about Myra over in Kuala Lumpur? So as you can see, we created a story that is spatially based, uses text and other rich media, and we didn't actually have to build a map using a GIS. Different stories require different ways of telling them. We would love to use this, or we would love to see students use this for the Gimme Shelter project this year.